Very unusual headline from the ABC. Q&A voice to Parliament referendum date yet to be set because Australians still need to be reached. This referendum's been in the works for a few years now. We've heard a lot about it. And how many discussion papers? This is just one. That was September 2022. We've had numerous advertisements, press conferences. Here's a complete breakdown by ABC News. What is the voice? Here's how it works. Who's for it, who's against it. They look at the Uluru Statement from the Heart. I mean, we've got pretty much all the information. The Labor senator who's raised this is Senator McCarthy. In the article, they do a lot of waffling on about the voice, but they never actually spell out who hasn't been reached. Like, I've been reached. They don't need to come and tell me what's going on. And most people go to my channels. We've been reached and we've made our decisions. It's not about reaching people who haven't made up a decision. It's about reaching people who've decided to vote no. One of the campaigns going around, especially from the no, is that it's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be treaties, it's going to be reparations. And I think this on the face of it, seems to be a real own goal. I mean, it seems like if you wanted people to vote yes, well, you wouldn't run this law, introduce it and run it through the media. But they did. And it affects people's property. And it's pretty heavy hitting. It's to do with cultural artefacts on people's lands, and you can be quoted there $20,000 to have a survey done. If you don't go along with it, you can get a penalty or jail time. Like, it's a pretty draconian law. This was on the 1st of July, after the Parliament had passed the legislation to hold a referendum. And of course, people were very concerned, and they organised, well, somebody organised some mass gatherings for the media to capture. And the people, that's us. The people were not sure about these Aboriginal laws. Well, there's one law over in WA, we don't like it. And in response to the people, look what the WA Premier's gone and done. The WA Premier has repealed these Aboriginal cultural heritage laws. It looks like the power of the people can do something if they don't like what the Aboriginals are doing. Listen, that's interesting, because no other law, no banking law, no industrial relations law, no trade law, if people up in arms, they have inquiries, numerous campaigns going on for years, they never repeal the law. But in a one-off offer to the Australian people just before, because remember this came in after they'd announced the referendum, and just before, well, I'll get to the point that Albanese hasn't nominated the date for it, but when he's around that time, they respond to the people. You know, they went too far. So says the politician, well, really sorry about that, people. They do muddy the waters and say, oh, people were confused. Well, either they went too far or they were confused. Here's an important word, division. See, the no campaigners want people to vote no because they're saying that this voice thing's going to divide the community. But if they do anything that's divisive, well, they're going to jump straight in, just like this one. Well, they're implying that it's not a one-off offer just to get people to vote yes. And look, he's very, very sorry. Politicians sorry to the people. Gee, that makes you feel good. The narrative at the top, here's what I really think is going on. Australians will be considered reached when the polls indicate the psyop to repeal this very convenient law to fool Australians. They will still be calling the shots if the voice passes as worked. I mean, what a load of bullshit. And I caught 1269's morning radio show just this morning, in prime time around 8 o'clock, or 8:15. And his caller rang up. Now, this will never happen on 2GB or on the Today Show or any of the mainstream. This 1269 it's a bit of a beacon. They did get rid of Marcus Paul, but that was because he was being outspoken about COVID. He just wasn't going along. And that was a total government operation. That was just, there was no compromises with that. You had to go along no matter who you were. And that came from the government. Whereas I don't think these guys have got the pressure from global investors that the other mainstream media does. And I've actually gotten through on this one. So they appear more genuine. And this guy spoke, at least for 3-4 minutes. And he was just running through the litany of why you should vote no. And he even touched on the diggers. And exactly what maybe he's watching my videos. If he does, thanks for bringing it up on big coincidence, I'm sure, because a lot of people are thinking the same thing. He even brought that up. It was incredible. But what he did say, he mentioned this law even, and he said it hasn't been repealed. Now, he's obviously maybe read the legislation itself or read some government source documents, not the media, but it's only been suspended. And he said, listen, as soon as, if this gets up, this is going to come back even worse than what it was put out in the first place. So I'm just, he's sort of stealing my thunder a bit, which is good because he's doing it on national radio. You know, this psyop, and they've got a few other things going. Like I mentioned in my prior video, a lot of people in the comments agree and even have pointed out things I haven't picked up on about how they're going to steal it. They're going to steal it, and they're just going to publish fake polls that it's really, really close, and oh, you just lost out, and oh, geez, it was close, and but that's democracy in action. It's the only way I can think of how they're going to do it, because, like I mentioned before, and this guy's on the and every caller, no one's ringing up and going vote yes. No one, even maybe on the other one. I don't listen to the other one. If I do, I kind of, it's only because I'm flicking through channels. I was almost going to call them. Did I mention this in one of my videos? I was going to call 2GB because I was flicking through on my car radio. And I still got them in there. I should take out the preset. No, but I don't know. It's good to see what the enemy's up to. And 2GB, this guy was talking about how tragic the lockdowns were. And he said they were inhuman. His Global Investor Corporation pushed lockdowns and everything. Yeah, I've got some audio grabs from Dev Knight, from Ray Hadley. Ray Hadley's threatening to ring up police and dobbing in publicans who are letting people come in without masks and stuff or whatever, the liquor rules they had going. There was pages and pages of them. You couldn't even really keep up. Even if you owned one of the businesses, you just couldn't read through it or decipher it. It was so convoluted. But that station, I just couldn't believe I was nearly going to ring them up. I thought, they wouldn't let me through. I was just going to go, do you guys remember what you were saying? Speaking of which, I might do a video on Jackie Lambie, because she was in the Parliament and on a Today Show lambasting Pauline Hanson. Now, you go to the Today Show or go to Google and type in, the YouTube channel, type in Jackie Lambie. There's nothing in COVID-19. She doesn't mention anything after 2021. She's just gone dead quiet. And that's what these mainstream media, though, they're not only going dead quiet, they're making it out like they were on our side all along, thinking we've forgotten. They had the Sunrise Show, all getting the jabs, Koshy, whatever it was. That's problematic, by the way, because that's meant to be frozen when it's injected into you. You can't let it go to ambient. And it was sitting on this table next to him. So whatever went into his shoulder was very unlikely. Something that was meant to be frozen when it went into you, because it wouldn't have been. Would have been a saline solution or something. You can actually see something going into his arm, unlike Carl and the other one, where they did a lot of, hiding of hands and changing of camera angles. Interesting. They pushed all that. Now they're the lockdowns. The children are falling behind in schools because of homeschooling. It didn't really work. It was terrible. Yeah. Well, you were at the forefront you were the spearhead that then allowed the government to claim they had our consent to do all that. Anyway. All right. I'll finish off with another tirade. So that's it for this one. Hopefully people won't be fooled by this, we've repealed, because it looks like it hasn't been repealed. It's been suspended. All right. That's it for this one.